Women have a natural desire to look good, whether it's with a nice outfit, a little makeup, or a fresh set of nails. And why not? There are so many beauty products out there promising flawless skin, perfect hair, and nails that look like they just came out of a salon. But have you ever stopped to think if that what you consume and wear is halal or not? Introduction. This Ramadan, it's not just about looking good, it's about being tayyib. Now, tayyib isn't just a fancy Arabic word. It means pure, wholesome, good. And Islam doesn't just tell us to avoid haram things, it tells us to seek out what is tayyib in everything we consume, whether it's food, clothing, or even beauty products. And that includes the use of nail polish as well. Chapter 1. The Halal Nail Paint. The beauty industry is a billion-dollar business, and not everything in it is clean. Some products have alcohol, some have animal-derived ingredients, and some even contain harmful chemicals that mess with our health and hormones. Islam teaches us to be mindful of what we use, not just for health reasons, but because purity is about our entire lifestyle. It's the foundation of our worship. Allah tells us in the Quran, "Indeed, Allah loves those who are constantly repentant and loves those who purify themselves." Quran 2:2. Purity, or tahara, isn't just about being physically clean, but spiritually clean too. And wudu? That's our way of making sure we're in the right state before we stand before Allah. Without wudu, salah isn't accepted. Now, many people here question the entire makeup products, the foundation, the eyeliner, the setting spray, but that is not what we will be discussing here. Our concern is only on the nail polish, because right now in the market, there are products that says that the water passes through certain sorts of nail paints. And now, that is a gray area for us. Many Muslim women are confused on whether it is okay to use it or not. Let's be honest, nail polish is cute. It makes your hands look elegant, matches your outfit, and just gives that extra put-together vibe. Sheikh Ahmad Kuti puts it simply, substances like nail polish prevent water from reaching the skin, necessitating their removal before performing wudu. And that right there is the issue. For wudu to be valid, water has to touch every part of the body that needs washing, including your nails. If something is blocking that, the wudu doesn't count. And if wudu doesn't count, well, neither does the prayer. And before you think, okay, but it's just a little bit of polish, Islam has always been clear on this rule. Anything that creates a barrier, whether it's waterproof makeup, glue, or even medical coatings, has to be removed before wudu. It's not just about nail polish. I know there are companies like Maya Cosmetics, Orly's Breathable Collection, that have started introducing the halal-friendly nail paint. They claim it lets water and air pass through. No more nail polish removers before every prayer. No more awkward moments realizing you just prayed with an invalid wudu. That sounds simple, right? But that's where you need to be, tayyib. You need to do your own research. Some tests show these polishes do let water through, but only under specific conditions. You might need to apply just one thin coat. You might need to rub your nails under running water for a few seconds. Oh, and make sure there's no polish buildup at the edges. So basically, if you don't follow these exact steps, you could be praying with an invalid wudu without even knowing it. Chapter 2. The intention. Now, I know you want to justify it. Some women don't want to remove their polish 5 times a day, so they find a workaround. They literally hold their wudu all day just to keep their nail polish on. It starts off fine, but by dhuhr, you're avoiding water like it's haram. By asr, you're uncomfortably holding in gas. By maghrib, let's just say at this point, it's a battle between you and your stomach. And doing that messes up your spiritual being and physical being. It's medically proven that it can destroy your health slowly. Or you try to justify your intentions. Some people say, I have a good intention. I'm doing my best. Allah will accept my prayer. And that's true. Intention is a huge part of worship. But good intentions don't turn an invalid action into a valid one. Imagine someone really wants to pray, but instead of making wudu properly, they just splash some water on their face and move on. The intention is there, but does that make the wudu valid? No, because intention alone isn't enough. It has to be paired with the correct action. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Actions are but by intention, and every person shall have only that which he intended." Sahih al-Bukhari 1 and Sahih Muslim 1907. But the same Islam that tells us intention matters also gives us rules to follow. Think of a doctor who truly wants to help a patient but doesn't sterilize their equipment before surgery. Would we say, well, their heart was in the right place, so it's okay? No, because in certain things, cutting corners has serious consequences. Purity in Islam works the same way. It's not just about how we feel, but about making sure we do things correctly. There are real-life examples of women who unknowingly prayed for months, thinking their halal nail polish was valid for wudu, only to later find out it wasn't. Now, do their good intentions mean those prayers were valid? That's a tough question to sit with. And speaking of tough questions, we need to talk about something that isn't religious at all: money. Because let's be real, when there's demand for something, companies will find a way to sell it. A few years ago, food brands started labeling everything as halal because they knew it would attract Muslim buyers. Then we found out some of those products actually contained haram ingredients. Just because something has a halal stamp on it doesn't mean we trust it blindly. The same thing is happening with halal nail polish. Beauty brands know Muslim women struggle with this issue. So what's the solution? Sell them a product that claims to fix it. But you need to ask, who is verifying these claims? Many companies haven't provided proper evidence to scholars. Even employees from inside the halal beauty industry have come forward admitting their companies are misleading Muslim consumers, saying their companies were lying. These employees marketed the nail polish as wudu-friendly, but behind the scenes, they knew it wasn't actually permeable. This is why blind trust in corporations is dangerous. At the end of the day, they are businesses. They exist to make money, not to ensure your salah is valid. That's your responsibility. Chapter 3. Scholars' Perspective. Here's the thing. Scholars themselves can't seem to agree on it. Some say it's fine, some say it's not. And some just say, why take the risk? Sheikh Omar Suleiman puts it very clearly. Performing wudu over nail polish invalidates the ablution and consequently the prayer. Mufti Menk mentioned that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Halal is clear, haram is clear, and between them are doubtful matters which many people do not know about. Whoever avoids them has protected his religion and honor." Sahih Bukhari 52 and Muslim 1599. Some people take this to an extreme in either direction. One group becomes overly strict, treating even makruh as if they were outright haram. They won't even touch something questionable, even if scholars say there's room for discussion. Then there's the other extreme, the group that bends every rule to fit their personal preferences. They justify things with, well, there's a difference of opinion, or Allah knows my heart. But if we're constantly finding loopholes, are we really following Islam, or are we just adjusting it to fit our lifestyle? People love those who seem fair, someone who doesn't judge, who says, there are many opinions, just do what feels right. Will always be more likable than someone who sticks to strict rules. But fairness can sometimes lead to self-deception. Imagine a person constantly trying to justify everything with, some scholars say it's okay, or it's probably fine. At what point are they just being a lawyer for themselves? You need to understand a general rule in Islam. If something has enough doubt around it, and it might affect your prayer, why take the risk? Prayer is one of the most important acts of worship in Islam. If there's even a small chance that your wudu isn't valid, wouldn't you rather just avoid the issue completely? And here's the real question. If scholars themselves can't agree, and if tests keep showing mixed results, are you willing to risk your prayers over a beauty product? Chapter 4. The Psychological Reassurance. There's something comforting about thinking we've done the right thing. It's like when you eat something, assuming it's halal, and later find out it wasn't. The fact that you didn't know doesn't change what it was. The same applies to wudu and prayer. If a nail polish brand falsely claims their product is permeable and someone prays wearing it, does that change the fact that their wudu was incomplete? It doesn't. But psychologically, it feels better to believe we're in the clear. That's the danger, false assurance. It's not about whether someone means well, it's about whether the action itself holds up to the standards Islam has set. Islam isn't something we mold around our lifestyle. It's not a buffet where we pick what we like and leave what we don't. If wudu requires water to touch every part of the body that's being washed, we don't get to redefine that rule to accommodate nail polish. Islam isn't about loopholes. It's already designed for our benefit. The question we should ask ourselves isn't, how can I make this work for me? But rather, am I following the deen the way it was meant to be followed? If the lines between halal and haram start getting blurry, maybe we're looking in the wrong places. Now, this doesn't mean Muslim women have to give up on beauty. There are plenty of alternatives that let you keep your style and your wudu intact. One of the best options is henna. Not only is it beautiful, but it's completely permeable and even encouraged in Islam. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, himself approved of it, and it's been used by Muslim women for centuries. Another simple fix? Peel off nail polish. You can wear it during the day, then just peel it off in seconds before wudu. No nail polish remover needed. And if you still love regular nail polish, just time it around your menstrual cycle. That way, you can enjoy it without worrying about wudu, since you're not required to pray during that time anyway. So really, there are ways to have both. It's just a matter of choosing what works best for your faith and lifestyle. Salah is our direct connection with Allah, and wudu is the key to that connection. If there's even a small doubt about something affecting it, wouldn't it be better to stay on the safe side? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.